Portugal on your vacation. Portugal, sunny beaches. Portugal, fishing and eating. Portugal, gotta make some wine. Vila Nova de Milfontes, coastal town with the beaches, love the food, oh yeah, all the great people.
Okay, here we go, starting off from the last video. Driving across the bridge, heading to Vila Nova, Portugal. As part of our trip, we originally started out down from the corner of Portugal in Monte Gordo, then driving down the coast, and then up the coast. So here you can see where we are on the map. Let me put a square around it for you. After this location, we're going to be heading back up to Lisbon, right up here, as we see in red. The first thing we had to do was find parking. We had to park a block behind the Airbnb we were staying at. Here is the building we stayed at. We are on the upper 2 floors, and we have a balcony that has a great view. To go into our stairs, there's a door here on this side of the building that we go into with the private passcode to get in it. It leads to some private stairs that go up to 2 apartments starting on the 2nd floor. And here we are. The hallway leads into bedrooms. Here's the first bedroom. This is the one that we used. Then there was a second bedroom with 2 beds we did not use, but was available if we needed it. Here's the bathroom. It was small but adequate. The bathroom was downstairs by the bedrooms. It had very nice green tiles on the walls. The living room and kitchen was upstairs. We had to go up a very nice flight of wooden steps to go up to it, as we can see here. And then we arrive up into the living room. The living room has 2 black leather couches, one on each side with a TV over in the center, and nice wood flooring, a very comfortable setting. Here's another view of the living room from another angle. You can see where the TV is located. And I will slowly pan over to the right, and you can see where the dining room table is, and that leads on into the kitchen area. The kitchen was very nice. It had everything we needed, and had these beautiful wooden cabinets and tile walls and floors. Now let's head out to our deck. We are actually up on the 3rd floor at this point, so our deck has a beautiful view, looking over many of the roofs looking out towards the water. Now let me walk over, and we can see the view from the deck. You can see the sun starting to set in the background at this time of day. Very relaxing. After a long day of driving, we were very hungry. So we headed down to the street area and found this lovely restaurant. It's a family-owned restaurant with a very nice atmosphere inside. Let's go in and take a look. We like this restaurant so much we actually ate here 2 nights in a row. Here we are in the back room area, and you can see what a nice place it is. They also have a dessert area and bar in the back. Here's what we had for dinner one of the nights. We both had salad, and I had 2 orders of mushrooms. I like mushrooms. My wife had some soup, and I think this was some type of squash in the other bowl. Now for our main food, my wife had chicken. That was very good. And I had beef that was super tender, very delicious. Both were cooked over an open flame. We also had bread, olives, and of course some great beer. Okay, it's the next day, and it's a beautiful day out. Here's some more views from our deck, looking down the street backwards. Now I'll spin around, and we'll look back at the other view that shows the ocean view, over the top of the orange rooftops, as we get ready to head out for the day. In this map view, here's where we are located, that I will circle here in blue. Now follow the blue line as we drive around to the other side of the waterway, where we're going to go down to the beach across from the town. I'll circle that area to show where we're going to first. Right over in this area here, it's where we will start. But first, on the way over, we drove by some farmland, so I had to stop and get some video of these gorgeous cows. Very healthy, all grass grazing. Okay, here we are at the beach area on the other side of the water from the town. It went from a clear, sunny day to now an overcast day, and very calm water, as you can see. Here we found this older building that was covered with this colorful graffiti. So we walked through the area shooting some video to show it. If you're enjoying our videos and want to see more great content about travel, tips for living in Portugal, and wonderful places to explore, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us grow and keeps the adventures coming. As I slowly pan around here, you can see the sign with the names of the area here. I can't really pronounce them, so I'm not sure how to get that right. Then way in the background, you can see the bridge that we went across to get over to this side. Then, as we drove down a little bit more on the other side of the water from the town, we have come across this restaurant. It has a wooden deck that leads to the back of the restaurant, but you can also go out onto the beach from behind the area. It was currently closed this day, so we couldn't see inside. Now we are back over on the main town side. Over at the end is this roundabout which overlooks the beach area. Here we see a sculpture made from recycled iron in the center of the roundabout, and a nice panning view looking back at the town. Also, down at this point area by the beach, you will see this white building. I didn't get what the name of this building was. Now as we walk to the edge here, we will reveal the beautiful beach area. We will be heading down there next. What can I say? Here we are once again at another beautiful Portugal beach, a mixture of sand, rocks, and small cliffs. I'll let some music play as we enjoy the views.
Portugal, sunny beaches. Portugal, fishing and eating. Portugal, gotta make some wine. Vila Nova.
Oh no, my wife's at it again, building more rock monuments. Down right on the beach is this building. I'm not quite sure what it is. It looks like it was maybe a restaurant. I'm not sure if it opens back up maybe in summer or it's just permanently closed. But you can see it has some beautiful views right across from the ocean with a nice area of beach right in front of it.
Gonna fish and cook it. Shopping is a good time. Vila Nova.
We are now going to head back up to the top area to do some more exploring and head into town. This is another view from one of the ridges out at the point area, but standing looking back towards the town. Now let's start touring the town. We found this long, curving cobblestone street. As you walk down, it slowly curves around, and it's leading us down to the water area. You will see a lot of beautiful scenery and sights down in this area. It's a long walk down, but well worth it. Where's the water? Okay, there it is. We're heading down there. And of course, we have to show some of the older buildings, covered in graffiti on the way down to the water. But here, we see someone doing the opposite, trying to go back up from the water, riding up the hill. Looks like it's quite a struggle. Okay, here we are at the blue-green water's edge. We made it. Now looking back at the street that we had come down, you can see a row of these old wooden buildings. I think these buildings are used for housing fishing supplies, I would guess. Now let's move down a little bit closer to the water and get a better look. Nice and clear, beautiful water and beautiful scenery. And once again, you can see the bridge that we had come over to come into town way in the background. When we turn around and look behind us, you will see this restaurant. And on the left side of the restaurant, it has a nice wood deck walkway going down the edge of the water. We're going to go down that deck, and it's going to lead us down around the edge of the water much further down. There's a lot to see. Stay with us. Here we had walked down that deck a ways, and I'm walking back, showing a nice view as I walk back, going back towards the wide open water area. Such a lovely view here. And this is a very nice deck going around the edges here. Plenty of space for many people to walk on. As we continue on down the deck, we come around a turn to see this beautiful house on the water. Next, we will zoom on up this street going into another area. As our adventure continues, we will see lots of beautiful greenery that complements the water views. Here we see the sculpture that in 1924, pilots from Portugal embarked on a historic flight from Vila Nova to Macau, then a Portuguese colony. Here's some more beautiful scenery from a high point looking down towards the water. This is long steps that are leading back down to the water from the upper area. Another wonderful view. And now here's another view as we're down on some of these lower cement steps. Let's zoom on over and take a look at this other building. It's covered in lush green vines growing up the sides of the building. It has a long walkway with green shrubbery on each side leading up to what looks like dungeon doors. This building is actually the Castle of Vila Nova de Milfontes and is officially known as Fort Sao Clemente. It is also referred to as the Fort of Vila Nova de Milfontes. Construction of the fort began in the late 16th century, specifically between 1599 and 1602, during the reign of King Philip of Portugal. The fort is considered a landmark and was designated a property of public interest in 1978. I just can't get enough of this beautiful water and scenery. Wouldn't you love to live in a town like this, surrounded by all this water and scenery? The town is a civil parish in the municipality of Odmira in the Alentejo region in Portugal. Let's enjoy a few more views from this wonderful town. here we see one of the town residents enjoying the beautiful view. It's pretty. As we continue walking around now, we're on the edges of the beach area like we've just seen the cat. And across from the water view is a hotel and restaurant. Now here's some advice. We learned this the hard way. We're about to go to a restaurant and eat lunch. The restaurant did have symbols showing credit cards, so we thought we could use our credit card to pay for our lunch. Only to find after we ate, I went to pay for our meal and they did not accept credit cards at that time. And I had no euros on us. They were nice about it and let us leave, just saying come back later and pay us sometime later in the day. In some ways, this kind of messed up our day because we felt very obligated to go find a place to get euros. We ended up walking many miles because every place we stopped at thinking we could get euros, we were not able to get euros. So we spent many hours just going places trying to get money to then go back and pay for our lunch. By the time we finally got back and paid, it was about time to go to dinner. But here's some photos from that lunch that we had. My wife had shrimp. She seems to have that all the time. And I had some kind of fish tacos. And we had 2 fried side dishes. The restaurant was in a great location overlooking the water with a beach area right to the side of it. Now let's get back to walking around. And of course, we see a cat in a window. There's always lots of cats in each town. I'm just going to let some music play as we walk through the town area and explore more of what the town has to offer. Then we'll stop in and get some gelato ice cream. Okay, it's time for something good. Here's the place we stopped at. Let's go on inside. This looks good. Lots of colors and lots of flavors to pick from. Homemade gelato ice cream. Well, so much for the different colors. We both picked green. I think one was a mint and the other was an apple flavor. So this was a nice break as we were walking around trying to get euros so we could go back and pay for our lunch. Now let's get back to walking around town some more. Here's the restaurant that we ate at twice. This is what it looks like during the day when it's closed. They have all the metal shutters pulled down. Walking down the main road here in town, you will find many restaurants, shops, and a little bit of everything. So let's go see some more as we keep walking around. And then soon we will go to another restaurant. here we are. This is a restaurant bar. I'm adding this in here. This was another restaurant that we ate at. My wife once again had shrimp with a salad. And I had the steak with an egg on top in a gravy sauce, and it was delicious, and with a salad. And we both drank some beer. Walking one street over from the main road, we found some new construction going on. There's a lot of new building going on all through Portugal that we have seen. Here's something we don't see much of anymore in the United States, a phone booth. It was being used for books for people to be able to pick up. Here's another view of the water from a grassy area. And then next we will go for our second dinner at the restaurant we showed earlier. I only have some still images we shot from our second dinner. My wife had the same chicken dinner as she did before. I had the meat shish kebabs. We then also split a yummy dessert and drank a few beers. Now here's a few more scenes from across the waterway looking towards the town. I shot them with a zoom lens. As we are getting ready to wrap up this video, I just wanted to say thank you for watching. We really appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to our channel. Here's a photo of our favorite wine that I ended up liking the most traveling around Portugal. I ended up buying it many times in different towns. Not a day goes by that we don't think about the day that we will finally be moved to Portugal. We are working on it and still have many more things to sell before we can make the final move. If you haven't done so already, check out some of our other Portugal videos. We have covered many different towns within our travels,